And actually, I'm gonna deafen myself and start my stream.
Right.
Send me a heads up when
And
we're done.
We're starting
when we're ready. When we're all ready.
Yep, we're starting my stream, so it should be going now. Make sure I am live. There we go. Stream Elements is now live. Why is Shay not logged in? I love how it does that. Let me try and get that going. Just getting some technical difficulties worked. Switch to that, and then back to Shy. All right, that's there. Everybody else is here. We are slowly getting the session going. Those that are streaming are getting their stuff going. Love the overlay. Thank you, Nova. And I get to, I don't know if you've been on my stream lately, Nova, but I've got a teleprompter now. I've got the auto prompter, so when I'm reading chat, I'm looking deep into your soul. Yeah, slight adjustment in the overlay. We don't have Animate with us for the time being, so it's a 5-person stream with me. Oh, Wicca's live. We'll, let's see. Arthur's talking. Kev, you good? Because I know you're not streaming.
Good.
All right, Kev's good. Nova, you good? Vamp's good. Just waiting on Noah. Arthur, are you good?
Tabbing through everything. It's like, where's my Discord?
Yes, I am.
Arthur's good.
I'm good.
And then Wecca, if she can hear us. Wecca, are you good?
She's monologuing.
If I do like a W, is that gonna be? Let's see if that gets her attention. Oh, her lights just died.
I'm pretty sure she meant like a DM, not like throw up.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Signs.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you good to go?
Okay.
That's what I was doing. That was why I was doing the W.
Done. Okay, perfect.
I should have hit the add button and run the ads now.
Yeah, now is the time.
I'll remember that next time. I like that recording doesn't do too much of a CPU hit. That's pretty nice.
I wonder what's eating up mine.
It's all that, all those OnlyFans tabs.
Hey. Nobody needs to know about that. I need more RAM.
Download some more. That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't download a car. Why would you download a RAM?
Virtual RAM would be crazy.
If only.
Like cloud RAM.
Okay, hi.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Are you in?
Yes.
All right, we got everybody. Okay.
Yep.
Welcome to session 7 of this group's Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. I am Not Always Alex, the DM, and we've got Miss Vamp Creations playing Sylvana Sprint. We've got Arthur Fortune playing Sylvaris. We've got Nova Bunny playing Zin. We've got Kill Every Venue playing Shin. And we've got Weka Sui playing Orion. And we'll get into the characters some more as we're going. To give a little recap of the events of the last session, the group has recently come into ownership of a tavern called Troll Skull Manor, if I could talk. They met some of their neighbors around the location of Troll Skull, including blacksmith, an armorer, carpenter, and one of the workers at a local bookstore who happens to be Sylvaris. And he has joined the group and has been helping them out. There was also another member named Solderit, who they had met the evening prior that was chasing down some devils. He received notice from a contact in the Emerald Enclave about some possible cult activity in the village of Undercliff, which is just outside the city of Waterdeep. And the group decided to head out to Undercliff the next morning and go do some investigations there. On their way, they encountered essentially a mob of local citizens that had captured a tiefling and they were about to hang him. The group intervened, managed to cut the rope that the tiefling was tied to and helped him escape. And that's where we return to on the road to Undercliff, just after rescuing potentially a tiefling that the mob had wanted to kill and had been shouting that he's an abomination and needs to be dealt with. So that's where we are. Sylvana is up in the tree, having just cut the rope. The rest of the group is interspersed in the mob of people. There were three kind of more prominent figures that were on horseback near the prisoner. There was one person that seemed to be leading it with two other, call them kind of lieutenants or other important people, and then about 40 to 50 people in the group. So that's where we come back to. The immediate thing that happened is the tiefling has run away to the north on horseback. The three members that are also on horseback are kind of confused in the commotion and not sure what to do just yet. So with Sylvana, since you were closest to everything up in the tree, we can start with what your immediate actions are.
Is anyone looking up at me, or are they looking kind of in the direction of where the guy is gone?
They're like looking at each other and then looking at the direction that he's gone. You are successfully hidden. You had a very high stealth roll, so you are.
I would like to continue to be hidden. I'm gonna let some shit play out.
We let that stealth continue. So you're still in the tree. Nova, Zin, you were the one that was also kind of interacting with this, trying to throw a dagger at the rope. And you are in the mob of people, so I'll go to you next as to what you would like to be immediately doing.
Let's see. Kind of, because you said I'm the right. I think I remember.
So you're in the mob. You were trying to throw a dagger at the rope.
I'm just kind of.
You're coming through
Are you?
awfully.
You're crackly right now.
Like, so hard to hear.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an internet connection thing or what.
It might be an input thing. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Hear me? Okay.
Yes. Right
No?
now it's
I'm a lot
okay.
better now.
You can try. Okay. Hopefully,
works.
if it changes, I can try to hook up my other mic. But I think.
Oh,
Oh.
there it goes.
Yeah, it's still doing the
I
thingy.
think it sounds more like an internet connection thing. I don't know if you can prioritize your computer or move closer to the Wi-Fi spot or something.
I'm like near right next to the router.
Just try the mic.
Let me
as-
see.
Yep.
Yeah, let me try the mic. But what I'll do. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just say what I'll do is I'm gonna like hide. I'm gonna go retrieve my dagger. I just kind of like sneak around the crowd because I don't like being around people. I'm gonna kind of like go to the where there's less people and grab my dagger. Just hopefully the people that are like on horse, aren't gonna. I guess it's kind of a stealth thing.
Sure. You can roll a stealth. We'll just see how that goes.
Okay. Uno moment.
A 10. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So you're gonna walk around a little bit amongst all the commotion. We will go to, let's see, Kev. Let's see, what are your immediate actions as this is going on, or Shin?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm
gonna
like far
swap
from the
my phone.
crowd.
Or I mean, my
I don't remember where specifically you were placed when we got there. I think most people were kind of at the edge, but
Is there anywhere
time
I could
is
take
wibbly
cover?
wobbly flexible, so you can kind of readjust where you were.
Is there anywhere I could take cover behind?
There's some plants, trees, rocks around.
Yeah.
So there's
I'll just
cover.
hide behind a tree for now.
Okay. So we'll go for a stealth from you.
Cool.
A 3. Okay. About as well as a heavily armored Dragonborn Paladin can be hiding in the flora and rocks of the area. Arthur, we'll go to you next. What are your immediate actions with what's going on?
Okay,
sorry.
where are we? We're
Sylvana.
standing. I'm at the back of the crowd. Is that right?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, and commotion's starting to rise. People getting heated, right?
Yes.
I guess what I'm worried about is I don't know where it's going, and I'm waiting to see, I guess, who makes the first move, right? So I kind of want to play it cool. Do I need to, if I'm going to, like, if something happens and I need to cast a quick spell, do I need to start preparing that, or are most of my spells just roll and
At the moment, no. The only thing that you would have to prepare is if you were going to do a ritual spell. You'd have to
Yeah,
start
I was gonna
doing that.
say it's just a ritual.
All right, then.
But we're not in combat or anything at the moment, so there's no
Okay.
There's no rush.
I guess
like
that's
that.
the deal. We're not in combat, so there's no initiative or concerns.
Testing.
That sounds great.
There you go.
How's that?
That sounds
We
great.
hear you.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Nice. Okay.
Then I guess I'll also just sort of, I know it's not a move, but I'm just kind of stay still and watch people, you know?
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Do you want to add any of your skills to it, like being stealthy, watching the crowd, which would be like an insight, anything?
Yeah, I
like
guess
that?
I want to be able to just perceive as well as I can, like what's going on in case, like, something looks like it's going to pop off, I want to be, ready to do something instead of being caught off guard.
Okay. I will let you roll either a perception or insight. That way you can choose whichever is higher. Perception is going to be based on wisdom, and insight's going to be based on intelligence.
You don't have like darkness or anything you can cast on the crowd like that,
I don't see where jump back to my.
so we might be able to bail.
Let me see if I can jump back to my skill set real quick and see. I gotta look at my character sheet, reference that. Let's see.
Shin, are you not able to see your character sheet? Because that roll came as you rather than as the character. I just noticed that. Let me.
Wait, me?
No. I saw your roll.
I rolled by accident.
No,
I was just checking if that's how you did it.
That's fine. But I noticed Kev's roll came as him and not as Shin.
What if I do this? This is just gonna be for a test.
There you
Hey.
go.
That works. Yep. And funny how it's the same roll.
So is it?
What are the odds?
So is it in the D&D Beyond sheet? Is that where I click on it just to do the roll?
Do it in Foundry.
Okay, so back in Foundry.
Yep.
Sorry, I just can't remember where it was. And where do
You
I
would go to the actors tab, which looks like the profile of a person.
that's why it looks different. Yeah.
And then that should get you your character
Yeah.
sheet.
Oh wait, there's me.
Mhm.
Okay, there it is. Got it. And so I guess I'll do insight.
Sure.
That's good. All right, just click on it.
Yep. And it would be a normal roll.
Normal roll. Okay.
12. Okay. And then Orion, what are you going to be doing in the crowd in this immediate aftermath?
So, from my knowledge, they're just riding away on horseback, right?
No.
We're just here.
Correct.
Ooh,
Was that Nova?
Yeah.
that was Nova.
I think the microphone was weird again.
Yeah, I think it is the Wi-Fi, like you said.
Gosh darn it.
Maybe
Pull up your sheet, Andrew.
Nova, maybe if you close out
The
your other
actors.
browsers. But Orion,
Take-
yes, the tiefling that was freed ran to the north on horseback. And
Whatever.
it's kind of immediate commotion right now.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else
the
to
word.
do but to try to talk to my party about this and ask what they think.
I say we bail because that's too many people to take on. That's why I'm asking. Like,
Are we taking on someone?
I say we don't, but
Yeah.
Maybe there's something interesting and we can distract them. But
it's like it's
I'm
like
not sure.
40 of them though, right? Like,
yeah, I can play a little song.
Are they armed? Or
That's
are they
true.
just carrying
You
farm
can-
implements? Or?
Farm
you can
implements.
mass entertain.
Okay.
So
I can.
maybe a couple machetes or two,
make a move,
some
so we're all just
pitchforks, stuff like that.
Or do we want to just ask people and see what's really
You know what,
going on?
Discord tab,
Is there a way that I
but,
can
like,
go up
Open.
to one of the people here and ask
I
them
did. Let's just have the.
what's going on?
I guess I don't need to see your video.
You still were breaking up there.
Are they coming in like super late?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
a
so.
Anybody?
network delay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll work through
is-
that. So you want to try and talk to
Can
one
I
of the villagers?
can I try to talk to one of the villagers? Yeah, and yep, talk to them.
Sure. Do just a straight charisma roll. So you would click on, I think, just on charisma up at the top.
Up back.
I got it.
And 15. Okay. So you obviously very charismatic as a bard, and you start working the crowd a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on. It's
Yeah, I say, hey, those tieflings, am I right? I forgot that we were gonna have the weekly lynching. What's going on here? Who is this person?
and you don't get any responses and names, but the people you're talking to, it's just kind of all these cursed folk. They're just bringing bad energy to Undercliff. We need to get rid of them. The crops are getting cursed. There's too much going on. Kind of things like that. From what you saw so far on your walk to Undercliff, nothing with the crops looked out of the ordinary. It may or may not be fake news about what's going on.
Alternative facts.
I turn to my team. I turn to Shin and I say, I think this town is just full of a bunch of bigots, but do we want to help out the tiefling that just ran away? Is that something?
I think that should be the move for right now.
Okay, rest of the team, what do you guys think?
Well,
Do we want to help
I'm up in a
them?
tree hiding. I can't talk.
yeah, you wouldn't
Okay,
be able to talk
I
to.
yell.
Wait,
yell.
wait. No, wait. I have telepathic speaking. I'm going to tell Sylvana in the tree our plan without alerting her to anyone to her presence. So they don't realize that we might have set him free.
Mm-hmm.
So I just relay that message to her telepathically, like, hey, these guys are racist. Let's go try and help that dude.
Okay.
All right. So those are the kind of immediate actions, and we'll say Solgaret was near you, Shin, with all this as well, and kind of followed you and Orion to wherever you were going to be hiding.
Copy that.
After just a few moments of just this disarray with everything going on, what had been a fairly clear day, summer day, the skies suddenly darken, and you feel the temperature drop a little bit. And Shin, you look at you cast your eyes over at Soldaret, and he's panicking. He knows something about what's going on that the rest of you may not know.
Are you gonna roleplay him?
Yeah, I'm gonna roleplay him for a little bit.
I'll ask him, what vexes you, my friend?
Yeah, I think it's happening again. I don't know how much time I have left here. I think I'm gonna get pulled across the plains again. I need you to remember this. Go to the Harvest Home. Talk to the owner, Anselm. He may have information of what's going on. If you need to talk to the Emerald Enclave, my contact there is named Melanor. They're the ones that are tracking this devilish influence that I've been assisting. Go to them if you need their help. I don't know how much longer I have here. And he kind of just crouches down a little bit further where you are.
Go to Hardy Ho and talk to Melody. Got it.
Yeah. And as the sky's getting darker, you see Orion and Shin, because you're right next to him. There's kind of almost like fog, but instead of that light mist, it's more like shadow is just coming up from the ground around Soldaret and starting to swirl around his feet and kind of work its way up his legs.
Fare thee well.
What do you mean, fare thee well? Are we?
It's okay.
He's gonna bid him farewell.
It's okay. This has happened before.
He's a big boy. He could take care of himself.
I don't know how long I'll be gone. But I'm going back to the Shadow Realm. The powers there are calling me back. Not now. And you see it just start to slowly envelop him. And then with like the speed of a lightning bolt, there's a sudden loud crack of thunder that deafens you. And with that, the shadow just kind of whips itself around him, and he's blinked out of this plane, no longer there.
Oh, it was a lot of shit.
And the clouds start dissipating. The mob, having seen and heard this, been deafened themselves, start attributing it to a devilish curse. Kind of like, you see, it told you, the devils are here. We need to get rid of them. That tiefling called these curses down on us.
It's the devil's work, goddammit.
To take advantage of them looking at that, to just fly away in the direction of the tiefling.
Good.
So you're flying to the north?
Yes.
I will say on horseback, he's gonna be gone quicker than you can fly after him.
Okay,
If he's
then I
still-
will turn into a deer and I will chase it.
Okay. So you
Good thinking.
mark off one of your wild shapes, and we'll have you chasing after him as a deer. We'll catch up to that in just a minute. We'll just go through kind of everybody's reaction as this happened. I will say, Sylvaris, with your insight, it looks like to you that the group is kind of, the mood has changed. The entertainment, quote unquote, that they were there to see isn't happening. And then obviously this darkening of the skies and the thunderclap that came and went in a minute has them not wanting to be there. So to you, it's looking like the group is about to disperse. So we will start with you, Sylvaris, and what you want to do.
All right. Well, that was unexpected, I must say. I don't know what to do exactly. I suppose I want to stay with the group, of course. Don't want to get lost, but we're sort of getting a bit scatterbrained here. Where is everyone in relation to me at the moment?
I think Orion and Shin are kind of more on the side of the road in the trees and bushes and rocks. I think Zin was still in the crowd, but that's only because their microphone's been in and out. I haven't fully been able to hear.
I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my phone now, so I'll just have to make that work.
Okay.
Okay.
So Sylvaris was asking if you were still going to be in the crowd or if you were off to the side with Shin and Orion.
Yeah.
Off to the side.
How did I roll okay? Because I was just trying to sneak towards get out of the crowd a little bit.
Yep. And the 10 was fine for that. So
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of. So I'm I guess I'm closer to the tree now, and towards an open space
Okay.
over there.
Yep. So Sylvaris, you see Zin. She's a member of your team. She's not. They're a member of your team. They're not trying to hide from you. You see them kind of walking towards the direction of the hanging tree. Shin and Orion are off to the side, and you see Sylvaris kind of flew out of the tree a little bit, and then had turned into
Sylvana.
Sylvana, that's correct. Had turned into a deer and was taken off after the tiefling.
Okay. I suppose what I would want to do is maybe I want to go. Is there a way? I mean, now it feels like they got a head start on me. I kind of want to follow Sylvana and the tiefling, but I don't know if I could keep up with them. Could I? I don't have a horse or anything.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So the people on the horses, how do they look? Are they really armed? Do they look battle ready?
The one that looked to be the leader does. You can see him wearing a sword sheathed on his side. The two others, it looks like they may have a dagger on their person, but they don't have swords, bows, or anything like that.
And how close are they? Would I be able to disable one, grab one from their horse, kind of stealthily? Are they far enough dispersed?
So where the hanging tree was, it's pretty clear around there, and the mob of people was probably 10 to 15 feet away from that. So you'd have to go into a clearing to get to them, which would be very hard to do.
Which is pretty obvious.
Yep.
And we. Well, go ahead.
No. Yeah, maybe something that can still reach them that we can
Yeah,
spell.
Yeah, I was thinking like sleep the horses so they can't chase him, or like.
Their
something like that.
horses are spooked right now because the thunderclap, and they're trying to like regain control of the horses.
Well, the thing is, Kev, we want a horse so we can chase after Sylvana. So we don't want to like stop the horses necessarily. We just want to get the people off them, maybe. So I would just try to think of how to do that, maybe.
Yeah, I don't have any.
We
kind of
lost our
spell to do
sniper.
that, do they?
I mean, I have some range. Let me see.
Let me see.
How far can my dagger go?
I think it's 60
Let's
feet.
see. 60 feet? Are they 60 feet away from me?
They're less than that.
Less than that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then,
Well,
what were you gonna say?
Will it pierce? You said they have armor?
They're
One of
wearing
them.
like, yeah, just the main one would have leather armor. The others just normal clothes, maybe like a
Cloth
leather
padding.
breastplate or something. Just
Okay.
a little bit more than just clothing protection.
So then, yeah, one of my daggers will definitely. I guess I look for the one that's like, I mean, I might as well. I'll just initiate whether I can pull it off, and just get one of them. But then I might have to engage with. I guess I'm prepared to engage with all three.
Sorry.
No, yeah, I guess I try to look for you guys, and I connect eyes with you, Solaris. And I just like raise my eyebrows. I'm like, and kind of nod my head towards the people on the horses, because you're looking for a way to follow Sylvana, right? So I kind of like gesture over, and I guess what do you do? What would you like to?
What I'm seeing in my spells, I do have a find familiar spell. Would that be useful? Can I use that? Like make a raven that could follow him?
Yes, you could. What's the casting time on it?
That's a good question. Let's see. I'm looking at it here. But,
It's just one action.
say.
So yeah.
Oh, casting time 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay, so maybe
No. The casting time is one action and it lasts for an hour. So
for an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, I see.
Yep.
Or an hour plus 10 minutes. It says. Okay, so can I do that?
yes, you can.
Cool.
Let me see. A beast. Yep. So you'd be able to cast it as a raven or any sort of bird that you want.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'll do a raven. And what do I roll for that?
It's not a roll.
do I
Just mark it off that you've
Cool.
cast the spell
Okay.
because that is a first level.
Cool. All right, and I will do that and say, follow that tiefling.
All right. So the raven's going there. We've done what Zin and Sylvanas have done. So now Shin and Orion, since you guys are together, I'll let you kind of decide what you're going to be doing right now.
Well, looks like we're gonna be needing them horses, so
Yeah, what do you got planned?
guess we should back up. Zin.
I mean, yeah, keep going.
So I'm just gonna like make my way towards her, or towards like them. So I'm like not super far when she like engages.
Okay.
Or are we close already? Like I'm like having a hard time.
You're
picturing
maybe
this.
100 feet from it.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna need to get closer. So that's what I'll spend my action doing.
Orion, are you following him?
I mean, everyone else is already on their way. I might just sit back. I'm not a runner. I've never been a runner. I'm not a, I could just
Create a
hang
distraction.
back. Yeah, I'll create a distraction for everything that's going on. I'll say, "Hey, everybody, I'm gonna do a performance." Yes.
Do it.
I've got the song. It's pretty fresh. It's rather new. Do I have to roll something for that?
Roll a performance. Since that's what you were going for.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Wow.
Oh shit! You're performing the fuck out of yourself today.
Was that a nat 20?
I'm
It wasn't.
singing.
It was an 18, but
Still good.
yep.
Pretty good, yeah.
I whip out my lute in an extravagant fashion, and I clear my throat loudly so everybody in the crowd can hear. And I begin to play a song called "The Power."
Do you have lyrics for this song, or
It's
Not yet.
up to the interpretation of.
Show us the ditty.
I don't got no ditty prepared. All I got is a song title and a dream.
all right? And as the music starts playing, the three people on horseback, they seem to get their horses under control, and with the mob kind of confused on what's happening with that thunderclap, and with their entertainment gone, they all start dispersing. You hear Zin. This is you hearing this. One of the kind of lieutenants on horseback. They say, "Lifton, should we still be here? Or should we go?" And the person they're talking to, the main person who's responding to being called Lifton, he says, "We'll go for now. Let that thing be." And they head back south towards Undercliff.
Oh, sick.
The mob disperses over time, so you don't need to get into combat with anything. and we'll go to.
They were just so scared of me.
Yeah, we'll go to Sylvana. God, I wish you guys picked. Arthur, I wish you picked a different name so I didn't keep getting you guys confused. Sylvana.
Sorry about that.
Sil 1 and Sil 2.
You
Yeah.
can call me Birdie if you want. That's my real name.
You have to tell me what's going on. I don't know. I'm still in pursuit.
Yeah.
Could we
Oh,
shorten
she's
it
gone.
to Varus?
I'm also wondering why.
Works
why
for her.
said Raven? What point of Raven? Raven do anything or Raven just go?
The Raven's flying along with you, keeping pace.
Yeah.
But that tiefling on horseback, he finds like a little offshoot of the road that's in some very heavily wooded areas, and pulls off to the side to try and loosen his bindings, because while you cut the rope around his neck, his hands are still bound. So you see him as you're prancing along as a deer. You see him trying to do the struggle to get his wrists unbound.
I'll
some
turn
cover.
back to Faerie and help with the bindings.
And obviously he's shocked at first. Wait, what? Who are you? What? Please tell me you're not here to
I'm the
kill
one
me.
that gets you down. Let me help.
You're here to help? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he kind of hesitantly puts his wrists out to you to have you help out there.
I will do primal savagery just for the added spook and flashes.
And you see him, he's kind of shudder as your nails elongate and sharpen and your teeth turn to little tiny spikes. He's kind of shuddering and wondering why this little fairy suddenly gets so scary. But you, after probably 30 seconds to a minute, you're able to cut through the bindings. And Sylvaris, if he's still there, his camera's gone.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Through your raven, you're still
I see him.
seeing this.
Oh, he can still see. That's a reason for Raven. Okay.
Yes, he can see through his familiar
That's neat.
if he's still there. But we'll go back to you, Sylvana, and the tiefling. Thank you so much for this help. I can't repay you. I was on my way to Waterdeep to try and find work, and these people, that man Lifton that was trying to hang me, he captured me, and before I knew it, there were dozens around me, and they were tying me to the tree. Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
I don't.
racism
It's just.
is no joke, my man.
I've never seen one of your kind before. You. Did you come from another plane to save me?
No, I'm just about. I fly around with the carnival from time to time, but I'm on my own little adventure at the moment with my group that is coming, I think.
Side quest.
Maybe.
The carnival is that what was gathered to the south of Waterdeep? Yes, it was.
Yes.
I tried approaching them to see if I could get some work with them, but they turned me away and they said I didn't have a ticket. That's why I just continued around to the north to try and come
I
in.
wonder if they just thought that you wanted to come see the carnival.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. They wouldn't let me in even after
Weird.
pleading for work. But
Sorry about that.
do you know of any work in Waterdeep? Are you from the city? Are you from here? No, you said you're
Well-
from the carnival.
I'm from the carnival, but me and my group have just come in possession of a old inn pub kind of situation, and we might need a couple hands.
Are you in?
I just have to wait for them to get here so that we can all discuss it, because I can't make those decisions on my own.
Are you in need of a chef? I used to cook down south.
Oh my gosh, I think we
Let
are.
him cook.
Let him cook.
Oh,
Is everybody catching up except for
Well,
Shin?
Sylvaris would be the one down there seeing this. But since
But-
he's absent at the moment, Zin, Orion, and Shin, since the mob has dispersed, you see Arthur's his eyes are glassed over. You're at this point, since you don't know him too well, you don't know exactly what he's doing and why his eyes are glassed over.
gotcha. So I'm just like, okay. I mean, I think I can recognize like spell work to some degree.
Right.
You roll.
Are you talking? Wait, am I doing this? I thought you said Zen. Sorry.
No,
Oh, my bad.
Yes. So this is Zin, Shin, and Orion, and Sylvaris, since
All of
you're
us
still
together.
down by the hanging tree.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I was gonna start on foot towards the direction that
the north.
they went. Yeah, and I beckon the group to follow.
So Shin and Orion.
Yeah, we
We're
follow.
gonna like softly put my hand on Var, be like, "Are you all right?"
And
even though I've got the familiar, I can sort of come out of like seeing through there. And
yes,
just,
you can go
Yeah.
in and out of it at will.
Okay.
You just weren't here to tell us you were.
Yeah, your camera's not there, so I didn't know if you were still here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was wondering why in the screen I'm looking back at Foundry and I don't see me.
I
So
can
don't know what
still
happened.
see him
Yeah.
Yeah.
on OBS. Yeah.
I lost him on
I lost him.
video
Oh,
or
and-
whatever.
Oh, I did. Yeah, my OBS did crash and came back. It reconnected, so I don't know if that had anything to do with. The
I
feed
don't.
Here,
I don't see you in Video Ninja. That's
Okay,
probably
let me
why
see if
don't
I
have
can
the camera.
just restart it or something.
I can still see him.
Just refresh. I
You're-
think
you're
it should
the
be
magic
fine.
one.
Yeah,
That's what we were doing last time.
Yeah, check my stream. He's just on it.
That's what would happen last time when I would lose Larry and couldn't hear him. Like he would disappear, but he would refresh and come back.
Oh, I did refresh and it wanted the password. I don't know why it does that.
D&D, whatever. What was it in the Discord?
Oh
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
D&D time woo.
yeah, that's right.
Woo.
Woo.
So yeah, Sylvaris, you would have seen the deer catch up to the horse, turn back into Sylvana, help him with his bindings.
There he is.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
I was away for a bit. Sorry, away with the fairies, as they say.
Right.
You know what I mean?
As it
Sylvana.
were.
Oh, God.
How are they doing over there?
They're doing all right, actually. Quite lovely.
They might have found us a chef.
Cool. So you know what direction they went in, so I guess lead us that way.
Lead us.
Please.
All right, and you continue on the road back to the north, kind of the direction you came from Waterdeep. And Sylvaris, you kind of lead them off the road where you saw Sylvana and the tiefling kind of go hide out of sight and bring the group together. So you're all there. And the tiefling...
When I get there, my raven comes and lands on my shoulder.
All right. The tiefling turns to you, Sylvana. These are your friends, I hope.
Yes, they are.
Okay. And...
For now.
For now. He's kind of a little bit worried with that for now.
Keeping the options open there.
Go ahead and tell them about your skills. You just told me.
Sure. My name's Falados. I come from just a small village to the south, just on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate. Your little friend here told me you just came into possession of an inn, and you may be looking for help with that. I frequently was a chef at the local eateries in my small village. Would you happen to need the services of a chef in your inn?
Well, it's quite the shithole at the moment, but we'll be needing one.
Understood. I think.
In a manner of speaking, yeah.
Why is that so out of character though? A little. So we're just all like, oh.
Shall I go there myself? Do you still have business out here?
We have an opera to go to, at the very
Right.
least.
And,
Right.
and Shin
Definitely
was given the
go back
instructions
to
on
that.
where to investigate here as well. But
Right.
Oh.
So I think we part ways here. You ladies at the opera get Purtiful. And
Yeah.
I guess me and Var can investigate around here.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
okay, we'll split the party for a little bit. So the tiefling, I can't remember if I introduced myself. My name's Falados. I guess I'll accompany you back to Waterdeep to the what's the name of your inn?
The Shithole Inn.
No.
That's not.
We-
Have we made a name for it?
It
I guess
is.
we haven't.
It's
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 Troll
the-
Skull Manor, but you guys
Troll Skull Manor.
have the opportunity to
God.
rename it if
For
you'd
now.
like, yeah.
That needs
We could hold off.
needs a rebrand.
Yeah, we could hold off
Yeah.
on rebranding until after. Or unless you guys want to take care of that now.
We'll just call it the Come On In.
No, please no.
Can you
What do you
elaborate
mean
on
by
the
that?
spelling of the
Yeah, I
new
was like, what do
name?
you mean by that? How are we spelling
No.
it?
I use the Queen's English, thank you very much.
There's only one spelling I'm accepting.
We could call it like the Weary Traveler.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like that one.
That's pretty
A
cute.
lot better than Come On In.
Come on in, weary traveler.
There-
the
there
title.
you go.
That it or the
Weary
fuck it, it
Traveler
was
for
free.
short. You know,
Best of
actually,
both
that's
worlds.
kind of funny and good. I like that.
Come on in, Weary Traveler.
CUM on in Weary Traveler.
Hold on.
Motel
That's so
6.
long.
That is
These
Is
are
quite
there an acronym?
a name. I don't know what kind of crowds.
What if we
that's
all
going to.
disagree and so we're all just calling it what we want?
We're all just.
That'll be the running joke for.
He comes up. He's like, "Hey, what's the name of the tavern?" I'm like, "Oh, it's called the Shithole." And then,
Yep.
and then Sylvaris is like, no, it's not."
Come on in.
No, it's
like
the
always a
Weary
different name.
Traveler. Come on now.
The Weary Traveler is
Mhm.
better, in my opinion.
Our bartender's name is Eileen. Come on in. You know.
Oh my
No.
god.
Yep.
See,
Just
who's the
stop
perv
talking.
now?
Yep.
Don't go further with that joke, please.
Yeah, we'll let
What do you mean by
that
that?
stew for now. So
Yeah,
Falados
I
will.
think we don't
Oh,
decide.
stew. Can you make stew? Is your stew good?
If I
Let him
have the
cook.
right ingredients, I make a delicious stew.
Oh, shoot.
Go for some stew.
Well, we have what we found in the garbage. Would that make for a good stew
We can
in the
go-
back of the inn?
Depends on what's in the garbage. I can't say I've ever done that.
I trust your skills.
Thank you for the trust. I imagine we could probably find some better ingredients than just what's in the trash.
You could turn garbage to wine. I believe in you.
I wouldn't drink that wine.
Garbage.
I'll do my best with what we
All
have.
right, we should
but
have
I can't.
the manor to get our nice clothes.
Okay.
Lickety split. Let's go.
So Zin, Orion, and Sylvana continue with Valados back to the city of Waterdeep. We will get to you in a moment, but we will continue with the investigation with Shin and Sylvaris.
Alex is like, I want the action first.
They're both action, actually.
Oh yeah.
I knew it. I'm gonna call you all Sylvie and Var just to like help distinguish
Var.
in my head.
Var sounds.
Sylvie?
If Arthur's fine with that.
Arthur, though, your character does
Oh.
have his actual name, right?
Yeah, Bertie Hobbleditch is his real name.
Bertie.
You called me Bertie.
Oh,
I'll down mine.
Jesus.
Alrighty.
I am not gonna remember that.
Birdie.
Birdie Hobbleditch. Wow.
It's a lot.
It's a
That's
family
The
name.
hobbly bitch.
It's a family.
Okay, so Shin, just to repeat what Solder had told you, he had mentioned going to the harvest home, talking to the owner, and then if you need to, his contact in the Emerald Enclave is named Melanor.
Melanor. There you go. Yeah. I was gonna say Melanie. Sorry. So let's go to Harvest Home. Var.
Oh, let's do it. Sounds good.
All right, so you continue back south in the direction you'd been going when you came to the lynching, and after probably about 20 to 30 minutes, you do finally get your way into Undercliff Village. Along the way, you're seeing more of these farmlands. You're seeing many scarecrows in the fields. Part of what had sent Solder here, and I don't remember how much he shared. But there are rumors of scarecrows attacking people. So you're seeing in the farms, there's obviously farms with scarecrows. You do see one farm that you pass where it had the kind of cross almost with the sticks for where the scarecrow would be hanging. Could be that it is off getting repaired, or maybe that's one of the spots where the scarecrow came to life, so to speak.
Alive.
But as you continue into Undercliff, in the heart of Undercliff Village is the Harvest Home Inn. It's the largest building for miles, built at an angle following a curve in Main Street at the center of the village. Across the street lies the Tankard Times Tavern, a much worse for wear establishment. From obviously drunk patrons outside the Tankard Times, there's a few people that are making rude comments to you, Shin, as not appearing human in your Dragonborn form.
Inferiority complex.
And they call out to you, Sylvaris, what are you doing hanging out with this thing? There is also amongst the crowd a rather rotund halfling woman that seems to be looking you up and down, Sylvaris. She seems interested in you.
Yeah.
But you continue on undaunted. You enter the harvest home and you see an expansive tap room and dining hall. There's a few patrons spread throughout, so there's a low rumble of conversation. A few patrons are seated at the bar as well. Behind the bar, a middle-aged human with fiery red hair and a beard to match stands reading a broadsheet, which is the term for newspaper in the world. And he, as he hears you enter, he kind of closes up the broadsheet, puts it down underneath the bar, and welcome to the Harvest Home. How can I help you?
Hello there, friend.
Good day to you.
a friend of ours, Solderit, told us to come here, seek out Melanor about investigating some supernatural activity in the area.
A friend of the Emerald Enclave, you say?
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Pull up a stool over here. Let me get you something to drink. What would you like?
Whatever ale you got on tap.
Yeah, I'll follow your recommendation.
All right. And you see him turn around, grab a couple glasses, some nice fine kegs, and he pulls out a nice golden colored beverage for both of you and places it down in front of you.
This looks delightful. Thank you. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
All right. And as you're drinking, so are you here from the Emerald Enclave? You said there was a friend. Are they not here?
Our friend Solderit, he was pulled away
Pulled
from
away.
us. Yeah, in a very strange manner, I might add. But yes, he is not with us at the moment.
Oh, that's some
Very urgent business, it seems.
fortunate. I hope he's okay. Yeah. So the information that I know, probably about 5 or 6 days ago, I started hearing people talking in here about these scarecrows that were coming to life, scaring people, chasing them away, attacking, things like that. There were 3 different stories I heard. There was a pumpkin-headed one with a burlap sack, and then another one that had bright red rags around it. It was odd. Just before the story started, there was a very disturbing crime up at the Almonds farm. It's a prison camp just outside of Undercliff. It is an odd coincidence. That's why I had reached out to those who I know that investigate these sort of things, to see if we could get some help down here. It's obviously spooked people. Those that are in the tavern across the street, they don't take kindly to those that don't look like them, and it's kind
That
of
seems apparent, yes.
yeah.
You don't say.
Unfortunately.
Has it always been that way?
It's been that way recently. It hasn't been that way a long time, but it seems like, I don't know, over the last year, anything out of sorts just keeps getting blamed on devils and those that come from the abyss or the hells. It's like people don't take ownership of what they're doing anymore or anything like that. They just blame it on what they can with no evidence.
Rather strange. Wonder what's got them all so spooked.
Yeah, I don't know. There's obviously over across the street. There's people that talk loudly. There's some convincing, charismatic folk that I think might stir the flames a little bit. Maybe
Take advantage.
yeah, take advantage. Help themselves out with it. I don't know. The one of them, this guy Lifton, he has his own entourage that they're the worst of them.
Lifton, you say?
Is he new to town?
No, he's from one of the old families out here in Undercliff.
His posse got a name?
Not that I know of. Just it just seems to be some of the guards from Amon's farm, some of the farmhands nearby. They tend to hang around him and cause trouble with, like I said, those that don't look like them. And he's pointing at you, Shin. He's like, you might want to take heed around here because they definitely won't like your kind.
The townsfolk are scared and need an object for their frustration.
Yeah, that's a fair summation of it.
Yep, and if there's a certain sort of, spooky things going on about, that's bound to raise a certain amount of friction between people as they search for an answer.
So, what I'm hearing is we should probably go to the farm and take a look around there. You said that's where the
Almonds Farm.
There's a strange
It's
incident there?
it's a prison labor farm. Those from Waterdeep that get served sentences that aren't very serious, they send them out here to the Almonds Farm to go work off their time. There are a couple people that have more severe sentences, and they have to do their labor well guarded. But the majority of the people, there's really no walls around Almonds Farm. It's a big enough farm that has guards interspersed throughout. The those that are serving their sentences seem content to just serve that time and then get back to what they were doing in the city. Most sentences are maybe 10 days at the most. It's those the more severe ones that for whatever reason get sent down here. They may have multiple years of a sentence, and those are the ones that have guards escorting them around as they're working.
All right. And where did you say was the sort of nexus, the sort of locus where all the strange going-ons about happen? Is it any one particular place?
It seems spread apart. And as this question is asked, and as the owner is speaking, there's a teenage halfling boy that's also sitting at the bar. It's obviously hearing this and decides to speak up at this point. He says, "I seen it myself, sirs. This one with a rotting pumpkin of a head. He's taller than even you, Dragonborn. And God, he chased me on the main road just outside town for near a quarter of a mile before I got ahead of it. And then I looked back and it turned off and went for a heifer instead. I didn't try saving the cow or nothing. I just ran on home. But yeah, it was right outside of town on the main road. It wasn't too far away." And you, based on that description, it's kind of matching with the one farm where you saw didn't have a scarecrow on that.
Okay.
The cross.
All right. I don't know about you, Shin, but that sounds like a place to start investigating.
Yeah, let's head on in that direction. Thanks, lad.
Sounds good.
I say to the half.
I wish you the best. Definitely, if you see those scarecrows, you run. And then he looks at your sword, Shin.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll be like,
maybe you
they
don't
might
need to
need to do
run,
the running.
but you, old man, you may want to run.
All right, I'll take that under advisement.
And then the owner, he says, "Yeah, you be safe out there. I don't know what's worse, these scarecrows, if they are true, or these townsfolk that are riled up. I think either way, there's scary things afoot. So you stay safe."
We'll do our best to keep a low profile.
We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's what, mate.
All right. So you head outside the harvest home, and you're still seeing people from Tankard Times spit in your direction and utter some obscenities towards you, Shin, as well.
My! Aren't we the popular ones, Var?
It would appear so. A little bit of jealousy, maybe.
So what would you want to go investigate first?
What time day is it? Can I ask?
So it's getting probably about 1 p.m. for you now.
Okay.
And for the ladies back to Waterdeep, you're about this time you'd be back in the city, so you can start coordinating where you're going to go for your clothing for the evening, or if you're just going to wear what you're wearing, your travel clothes.
I'm dressing up for the occasion. Are you also dressing up for the occasion, Sylvana?
You're muted.
I would like to go see what there is available. See
Okay.
whether or not I can with the amount of money I got.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
How much do we got right now? I think I have like 15 gold. I'll afford. I'll just. I don't know. How do I check that?
It would be
I-
in your character sheet.
Little tabs on the right.
Yeah, you go to
Yeah, it's one looks
inventory.
like a little backpack.
Inventory.
I'm looking.
Yeah, Orion,
I
you've
have
got
115.
15 gold. Sylvana's got a bunch of money.
I don't know how I got a bunch
And
of money.
Zin has a bunch of money. I think it could be the reward from
The loss.
Volo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Orion, I could help you out maybe if
All right.
there's anything you like.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm just a lowly bard with not a coin to my name. I spent all of my money on this loot that I have, here, and then I show it to you guys.
And
Okay.
Orion and Zin, since you're familiar with the city, you would both know kind of the where the shops are to get these fine
Yeah.
dresses. And
Designer district.
yeah.
Yeah, let's head over there.
Okay.
Orion, do you have a favorite store?
Yes.
Some good deals.
Yes. Let me take you to it.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah,
So
we are off.
you head to Orion's favorite store in the garment district. And
It's called the Dapper Rag.
the Dapper Rag. Okay. Let me make a note of that. Dapper Rag.
That's great.
And as you enter, there's someone standing there with a clipboard to help customers as they come in. Greetings, my friends. What can we do for you today at the Dapper Rag?
We are going to the opera, and we need to look the part.
So you need some fine opera attire. Let me help you. And he leads you over to the side. And this is a kind of appears to be an older elven gentleman in very form-fitting attire. Definitely not something off the rack. This is something that's been tailored to him specifically, and kind of shows the level of quality that this establishment would have for its attire. So he leads you over to one of the sides of the kind of a large open showroom. There's looks like a staircase going up to a balcony with kind of different vanities and mirrors set up there. I don't know what they're called, but like the little view blockers, like the
Folding screen?
Yeah, folding screens, things like that, so that can be set up and rearranged up there. Underneath the balcony, you see a couple kind of velvet curtain changing rooms to try on these clothes and things like that. So you're led over to one side with all sorts of gowns and dresses and robes and whatever you could imagine. So you can describe what it is that you're looking for, what you happen to find, and they can work with you.
Okay. What did you say your name was again?
Are you talking to the elven man?
Yeah, I'm talking to the elven man.
My name is Gelfi.
Okay, Delphi, I'm looking for something green, dark green, preferably, with gold accents,
that
long.
would go very
yes.
well with your coloring. Let me show you over here. And you're seeing as he's leading you through here that it's the colors are almost arranged with the rainbow. So he leads you from like the reds and oranges and yellows into the blues and greens, and you see there's probably a dozen or more different shades from a light green down to like a dark deep emerald green, different cuts and things like that. So
yes, I'm looking for a darker green, on the darker spectrum of green.
I think we have a few here, and you see probably 3 that would be in the darker green.
Okay, perfect. I start, looking through them, and then I pull out one that goes off the shoulder. It's a long dress that goes down to my feet, and I say, "Is there any way that we could tailor this? It's a little long for me. I'm going to be dragging my feet on it."
Absolutely, we have the finest tailors here. If this is what you'd like, let's take you to one of the fitting rooms, and I can get one of the assistants to come in to make the markings to start on the tailoring.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, and you see him kind of snap and signal, and there's a you don't know if human or half elf. They look human, but you can't see their ears. It's a female, longer hair, reddish, that is kind of just drooping over her shoulders. She comes in, and you see like a white piece of chalk in her ear, and she leads you over to one of the fitting rooms to get you into the dress and to start marking off where to make the adjustments that you would like. And then Gelfi turns to you, Zen, and he goes, my fine Genasi friend, what color would you like to wear? If Zen is there. If not, we can go to Sylvana.
Oh, I started talking. I was muted.
There we go. There's Zen.
I'm definitely not in the searching for a dress. Do you have any 3-piece suits?
We do have some
I'll
fine
prefer those.
suits as well. And he
Sorry, go ahead.
we can head over to this section. What kind of color and fit are you looking for?
Looking for probably just black or a charcoal gray kind of color.
I see. Would you prefer more the tuxedo or more of a suit?
I think I'm feeling more of a suit, a 3-piece suit with a vest.
A suit. I see.
Yeah.
Would you like any color in that vest, or do you want to keep that in the blacks and grays?
I will. Why don't I do a charcoal gray suit with a dark green vest?
Okay.
To kind of match Orion.
Okay. And he's showing you different suits. There's suit jackets with like wide lapels, narrow, more broad cut, more narrow, like form fitting.
Definitely like a more fitted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's
A
kind
more
of
slim fit.
shuffling through the racks a little bit, grabs one, pulls it out a little bit to kind of eye if it'll fit you, and he's like, this one, and he pulls out pretty close to what you're looking for. It's going to need some adjustment. Yeah. But it's kind of medium fit right now, but it can easily be taken in to get you a nice fit for your shape. Okay. And then behind him is the rack with different shirts and vests, and he goes and he's kind of eyeing one of the white shirts, and then goes
maybe a white collared shirt.
Yeah. Yep. And then kind of goes through the rainbow of the different vests, grabs a green that very closely matches what Orion is wearing. It's not going to be the same shade or texture, but it's similar. And then would you like a bow tie, a tie, some form of cravat or scarf or something around your neck?
I think I'm going to keep it open.
Keep
it a little, not buttoned up all the way, but just loose. Yeah. Do you have any maybe brooches or anything for my pocket, or maybe
Cufflinks, maybe,
or cufflinks? Yeah.
Yes, we can get those. Those would be up at the counter in the main section. That's where we have the smaller items. But he snaps again, and he gets a kind of older halfling man with a graying hair and a like one of those twirly mustaches, wearing glasses. He comes over and gets handed the suit and the vest and leads you off so you can look for cufflinks and any other accoutrement and get fitted
Sounds good.
Start getting tailored. And then you, my little friend, I don't know what we may have that could fit, but let us have a look around. And he heads over to, like, for lack of a better term, a kid's section or like a halfling section where it is smaller clothes. They don't normally make clothes for Fae or fairies here, so things are going to have to be heavily tailored, but he can at least get an idea of what it is that you're looking for and get something to fit you. So what is it that you'd be looking for? I think you're muted.
I would really like something that is kind of loose and flowy, hopefully in like a deep, deep red with gold accents.
A deep red. Ah, yes. Let me see. And he starts looking through some of these things, and then he's thinking for a minute, and he kind of leads you back to a different section where there's like scarves, all sorts of different silks, and I don't know the name for fabrics, but the kind of see-through fabrics and all these different things. And
Textiles?
Yes, textiles. I can't remember the name of it. It's like taffeta.
Chiffon.
Chiffon. Yes.
Gossamer.
All sorts of all sorts of words that I don't know, as Alex. But there's a huge selection in these scarves, and there's other. He's seeing other things that are used as belts or ties for different dresses that are like golden ropes or silver ropes, threads, all sorts of thicknesses and weaves and everything. So among those, there's plenty you could find. Is there anything here that you think that we could make you something out of?
I think this larger red scarf can be kind of draped about my torso with a bodice and made into a kind of pretty dress. And then add a gold scarf around the waist.
I think I'm envisioning what you're seeing, and it is marvelous. And he calls a gnome woman over, somebody smaller stature that may be better with working smaller scale attire. And they take the scarf and the different accoutrement and take you off to the fitting room to start getting measured and adjusted and everything. So you guys will, for probably the next hour and a half, 2 hours, you're getting all that done and the items tailored. So that'll take you to probably early evening, we'll say like a 5-ish p.m. And the opera would be starting at 8. So you can think of what you'd want to do kind of between 5 and 8. And we'll go back to Shin and Sylvaris for where they were investigating.
Mm-hmm. So where are we right now?
So you are headed outside of Undercliff, and were you going to the farm or to the labor camp? I couldn't remember.
The farm, I think that's where the kid had told us about, right?
Yeah, whereas everything seems to be triangulating as far as weirdness.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you walk, it's maybe 10 minutes away from the harvest home, and you see the farm that the boy was talking about, and it's that you connect it with what you had seen with the one scarecrow that was missing from the sticks, and it's about, I don't know, 100 yards out in the middle of a field of strawberries. It's summer. We'll say it's a strawberry field. So very easy to see. Obviously strawberries don't grow very high off the ground. So you can very clearly see that there's a scarecrow missing from the sticks. What would you like to do?
Seems like, I guess one thing I could do is certainly I can go up and investigate around where the scarecrow should have been standing. And if there's nothing obvious visually, then I guess I could try like a detect magic or something to see if there's some obvious sort of thing going on here that's not right.
You're probably better at investigation than I am, so I guess we'd have him do that role, and I could like do like a divine sense.
Sure.
Okay, that works. So I should roll investigation.
Yep.
All right. Back up. I'm in the wrong window. Sorry. I was trying to do it in the other place. Okay. I will roll investigation. Just a normal?
Yes. You can do it with advantage actually, because you'll have plenty of
Sorry.
time. There's no time check. You may be able to go edit that.
No?
No, it doesn't look like you can edit it. So just
Roll
do
again.
another. Yeah, just do
Take the
another
higher.
intelligence, and we'll take the higher one.
Okay. I'm gonna do this and just do it. Oh, I don't do the advantage this
Well,
time. Just do the normal.
there's an actual investigation thing, right? that he
Yep,
could-
that's what he was doing. He was doing investigation.
Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha.
Okay. So there's normal.
Yes.
Okay.
They're both 16s. Gonna love that.
Yep.
So what you see kind of right under where the scarecrow would have been hanging, you see what look like two footprints right there, kind of facing out from the stick. You're imagining like something just dropped right there, and that's where its feet landed. The tracks kind of trail through the strawberry patch a little bit, but then get mixed up with all sorts of other footprints. So you lose which way those specific footprints went, because there's people working the fields, picking the strawberries that are already coming along as well.
Right.
But you do catch on that it looks like something just dropped from it onto the ground.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I can tell too much from this. Maybe you want to do your divine sense.
Yeah, I cast it. I guess. What do I do now? Like, do you just clue me in on something?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Let's see. So, I want to. Did you use? There it is. I want to see what it does again. Sense anything
good
affected by
enable.
Hallow. No, the location of any celestial fiend undead. Well, I'll give you a little bit on it, so that way it's not wasted. But you're familiar with the sort of essence you get off of those fiends undead, that kind of stuff, and there's a hint of it. To you, it's kind of that memory of a smell almost.
I was gonna say I'm gonna inhale and it triggers in my brain.
Yeah, it's the faintest hint of sort of that. You almost attribute it as like a sulfuric
Sulfur.
smell with undead, but it's like it's days gone, and just the faintest hint of it remains.
So I'll just say to him, yep, something wicked was here for sure. And you said there's a set of footprints, Alex?
There was what looked like two footprints that dropped from the where the scarecrow would have been hanging, and they kind of continue into the fields where the workers would have been getting the strawberries, and then they're kind of lost in that.
Lost. So I guess there'd be no point in just following them. They're just gonna get scattered, right?
You could try a survival.
All right, let's both roll for that. 'cause I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
if you
that-
each
that's
roll
good.
for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a negative on that.
Survival.
13 and a 3. It's too hard for you to figure out which one's which. Even trying to track that faint hint of a scent, you get maybe a few yards further, but you still lose the direction of where it went.
And it's just open in that direction, right? Like open field.
Yeah, this is a pretty large strawberry field, maybe like a half mile wide and eighth of a mile deep, and the scarecrow where the scarecrow was is kind of in the middle of that.
See, I'm suspicious that most of this activity is happening at night anyway, right?
Yeah, like I'm feeling like we might need to camp out until night, but could we maybe visit the prison in the meantime?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
we needed to head over there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that seems like the way to go.
So let's go.
Good
yeah,
idea.
let's do
I like
that.
this. Yeah, it's a good point of action.
All right. So you're going to head in the direction of Amon's farm. And as you approach the grounds of Amon's farm, you see what appears to be a guard shack built out of timber and stone. There's a human and halfling standing guard. They're wearing almost matching leather vests. The human wears a long sword, whereas the halfling is armed with a short sword. Leaning on the wall near each of them, you see a longbow and a quiver of a dozen or so arrows. When it's clear to them that you're intending to enter, the halfling kind of moves out from his position, goes into the guard shack, he shouts into the guard shack that visitors are approaching. Upon hearing that, there's a halfling woman that comes out. She appears to be in her early 30s or so. She's got tightly curled blonde hair that rests on her shoulders, wearing some very nice leather armor. Like you can tell that this person is
Of importance.
a capable fighter. They're of importance. It kind of woven into the leather armor. There's some metal rings for some further protection. You see she's got a short sword on her side. On her left thigh, there's a sheathed dagger. And then there's another dagger that's in the small of her back in another sheath. So you see she's pretty well armed.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She comes out the gate heading towards you two. Welcome to Amon's farm. I do apologize, but if you're here to visit someone, the visiting day was yesterday. You'll have to come back in a 10-day for the next one.
Right. Actually, we aren't here for that. We've heard of some suspicious activity going on around town, upsetting the townsfolk, and we were hoping to help, and maybe you could provide us some more information on these happenings.
Roll a persuasion.
Damn.
Not rolling for crap.
Sylvaris, do you want to try real quick? I'll let
Yeah,
you roll
try
as well.
persuasion.
If not, okay, yeah, go for it.
See what I can do. Ready?
Oh, that's good.
Still not gonna be enough though. I'm sorry, but visiting hours were was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday. I forgot my notes. You'll have to come back in a 10-day for the next visiting hours. I do understand that you're not here for the visiting hours, but as we are an operating work labor farm, we can't just have anybody come in and tarry about here.
Oh, what about you, miss, though? Have you seen anything personally that seemed out of sorts?
I mean, working with these criminals, there's always something out of sorts. What specifically are you looking for?
I mean, perhaps maybe outside of the farm, sort of, heard of any people talking about anything strange.
Or supernatural.
Like, anything that can't be explained by normal means, if you know what I mean.
And when you're mentioning that, Sylvaris, because you did have, I'll go with you because you had a slightly higher charisma roll. The human guard kind of leans in. I think he's talking about the scarecrows.
Exactly.
The scarecrows. Aye, yes, we've heard tale of people getting scared and run off by these things, but we haven't had anything like that here in the Amon's farm.
Oh, fair enough. Do you know about how long? Was there a time before you heard of these sorts of things? Like, what time did these happenings sort of seem to start? People start talking about them.
And the human guard speaks out. Is it started about 5 or 6 days ago, didn't it? It was that same night as the murders here, and the blonde halfling woman kind of very obviously gets upset.
Side-eyes them.
Shut your mouth, Fergus. I'm sorry. Yes, we did start hearing stories of these scarecrows the same night that we had some murders here. But again, it's a prison labor farm, there's things that happen from time to time that we can't fully manage. I can't believe there'd be any sort of connection between the two things.
Where did those murders take place? Here in the farm or outside?
They were in the barracks where the high security prisoners are. But
Oh dear.
I've said too much already. I'm sorry. But again, you will have to come back in a 10-day or so for for the visiting time.
No problem. Completely understand.
All right.
Okay. I was waiting to see if you guys are gonna press it or do anything else, but
I was thinking
Well,
about it.
Since
I
we
was
didn't,
gonna roll-
the persuasion didn't roll. I mean, unless we can roll another one.
I could try and intimidate. It's the same. I get the
Still
same plus,
charisma.
but yeah.
That's fine with me. Yeah.
Nah, I think we pretty much got what we could from here. I don't think, without fighting these guys, we're gonna get in right now. We probably need to leave and sneak in.
Yeah, investigate the barracks if we could would be something to do, but yeah, we have to figure out a clever way to do that without them being involved, I guess.
Right. So we'll, I guess, at least for now, step away from them. You don't have like something to make us invisible or anything, do you?
Let me see. I do have Unseen Servant, which creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force that performs simple tasks at my command until the spell ends.
you've got your Raven as well.
True.
That's right, I do have my Raven. So I guess I could have my Raven fly into the barracks and look around or something?
Yeah, I think. Well, if it's cool with Alex, I don't know. We could try that. You could warg real quick.
All right. Well, I'll say you guys kind of walked away a little bit, and the Raven was it was nearby, and Arthur or Sylvaris, you kind of go into your trance state to direct the Raven, and you see that blonde halfling guard go back to not the guard shack, but like what looks to be a main building. And that unfortunately, at the moment, you can't see or hear what's going on in there. You could have the Raven try and go closer to try and hear.
Yeah, is there like a window or something that could get
There
on
are-
and sort of sit on the sill?
There are barred windows.
Okay.
Have you roll just a straight D20 stealth? Because I don't know what a Raven's bonus would be. I will say it's a +1 to stealth.
So just go into stealth, click on that.
Or just do a / roll 1d20.
Oh, okay. So it's right.
There's also a little D20. You could click on the bottom row.
Oh, okay. Just click on him.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna go
and then
this.
enter it into the chat.
Like
enter.
that, and then
And we'll say it's a 9. We'll say Ravens get a +1. So you have your Raven kind of flutter down and land on one of the barred windows. You get a quick glimpse inside, and you see there be kind of the entry area off to the left through the main door, and then to the right there's a hallway. And you see very briefly the blonde halfling is walking down that hallway. But before the Raven can actually see it, there's another guard that sees the Raven and draws out like a billy club and bangs it on the bars and scares the Raven away. So you just got a quick glimpse in there. Didn't get a chance to hear anything or see anything beyond that.
well, I didn't get a whole lot there, Shin. I'm afraid a guard came along before I could see much, and my Raven had to do one. So,
Good effort.
So I did what I could. They're definitely in there, if that helps.
Maybe they mentioned there was a tavern here, right?
There's
that was-
the harvest home that you had visited and talked with the owner there.
Oh, there wasn't another one by the farm. I'm remembering that incorrectly. By the Ansem farm.
By the almonds farm? No, there's not another tavern near there. There's the main one that you went to, Harvest Home, and across the street from that was the sketchy one.
Oh.
The Tankard Times.
Rift's the sketchy one? That seems where be all the racists are. I don't guess you'd do so well in there, Shin.
Yeah, I mean,
Might be a bit dodgy.
yeah. Cool. Well, shit.
I guess we should just hole up somewhere and hang out until it gets nighttime, and then, or do we actually want to camp out there over on the farm? Assuming.
I guess
We
let's
can.
just make our way back to the farm. Would it be nighttime by the time we get there, you think, Alex? Or
If you want it to be. And so we can kind of leave it with if you guys are going to try and camp out in the farmlands, or if you're going to head back to tavern for the night. Or a little bit of both.
It's up to you. Do you need a rest, Sylvaris? You got your spells in order?
I think so. I mean, I've only used those two, so.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm good enough to go for a fight if anything happens. So let's just make our way there.
Okay, so we'll leave you with just camping out in the farms to watch for things. We're gonna go back to the other half of the group to do the opera. We probably won't get back to the farm tonight or on this session, so we can continue that next one because I do want to at least get the opera in. For that.
Opera time.
Opera time. Let me.
Figaro.
I wonder if I have any good opera-ish music.
Oh.
Epic? Is there anything in epic? I'll do this. That sounds a little bit more epic. Okay.
Ooh. Can I walk into the opera and have both of them on my either arm?
I'm down
Oh, is
for
that how we're
We still
going
have a
about
few
this
hours there.
now?
Huh?
Is that how we're going about this now?
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
arm
I'm-
candy now to
I'm
you?
escorting you. No, I'm escorting you. We have to keep up a facade, like we're just some rich people going to opera.
Not owners of the shithole inn.
Exactly. We should pretend we like own like some fancy manor and be like, yes, I just purchased a manor.
But you said we had a
I
few
just
hours.
purchased the
between
most
times that we
fanciest
were-
inn
Yeah.
in town.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we do have a
by
few
the time
hours, but
your outfits were finished, you do have probably 2.5 hours before the opera starts.
let's eat some food.
I wanted to go find a small wooded area and just post up and just start braiding myself a little crown out of flowers that have not yet bloomed.
Okay.
All right.
So
We'll do that.
nearby to where you were getting your clothes, there's actually a little garden that's a shrine to what's the nature god? Sylvanus. All you guys with the Sylvaris, I can't remember the name of the nature god. Sylvana. The one
me.
with the acorn and the oak leaf is the symbol of the god.
Oh yeah.
Well, there is a Sylvanus god.
It's
So many
Sylvanas.
sylphs in
I
this
know.
It's
moment.
wild
Hi.
nature.
So there is a little shrine to Sylvanus.
The Oak Father.
The Oak yes, there's a shrine to the Oak Father in this district near where you were shopping. So you go there and it's like a nice, maybe a quarter city block that is just this almost nature preserve in this corner of Waterdeep, and there's variety of flowers and vines and plants and shrubs, trees, all manner of things. So you can weave together essentially any sort of crown that you would want.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sylvana. I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna go grab us some food. Maybe I'll just go and grab some sandwiches.
All right.
You guys hungry?
I'm hungry. I could eat.
Since I kind of know the area, so I was just like, oh, I know this one stall. Or maybe little
sounds
little mini pies or something. Little
Ooh.
hand pies. I'll go grab it at the food stall.
And you grab some delicious pies. I don't know if we want
Yay.
to role play the eating of the pies.
Nom, nom,
Nom,
nom,
nom, nom, nom,
nom,
nom.
nom, nom, nom. Is this baked frog? Is it?
Pigeon
I
bones.
think it might be
Some frog legs.
It tastes quite swampy.
Oh well, I just got the potato and pea, but whatever you want. But okay, I guess we're just we kind of just hang out, bonding time.
You need help with your braids?
Yeah, I can help.
I
Don't
take
know if
my
there's any
hand
cost
away
over that.
quick.
I have
the
I have
back.
special plans,
The back is
and I must be the one to do it.
kind of difficult. That's why I offered.
I'm
You
doing
guys-
a crown. I'm not doing my hair.
Oh, I
Oh.
see.
I'm making a crown out of flowers. Yeah.
Nice. This is when you guys realize that I've never braided anything before, and you guys try to show me how to braid. Wait, so you put the threads, you put this one over this one?
Yeah.
You just take one side over the middle and the other side over the middle.
And
you
there's
just
another
do
kind
that
of braid
over and
where you
over and
do it
over
the
again.
opposite way, where it goes
Okay, now you're
inwards
just-
around
now
the
you're just
back.
confusing
Oh
me.
gosh, now you're making it too
Now you're
complicated.
talking about
Sorry,
some other
it's
braids.
just the same thing. I'm just trying to advance them in braiding
I'm
quickly.
good with just the basics for now.
Orion, roll a sleight of hand.
Huh?
I was
Me?
having Orion roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, alright. Oh.
A 10.
Sleight of hand.
You're showing fair braiding skills. Nothing too extravagant.
Oh, I want to do it too. No, I already said I had bad braiding.
Well,
so.
yeah, Zin, roll yours with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sleight of hand with disadvantage.
You're pretty
Hey.
much matching what Orion is doing.
Okay, so I'm
I'm not the
following.
best with my hands. Only for a couple of things, though.
I'm good at tying.
now
I'm
for my
good.
freaking crown.
No, you're unless you want to roll. You're
No,
skilled.
I have a plan for it. It needs to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not good at braiding, but for some reason I'm good at tying rope. Because of my
A little bit more useful.
my background on ships.
All right. As the evening progresses and you're
Okay.
practicing your braiding skills and
Bonding.
yes, and making your flower crowns, the time is coming for you to head to the castle ward, which you're just on the outskirts of, to head to the Lightsinger Theater.
Woo!
As you're walking down the main streets to this theater, you're seeing carriages go by. You're seeing people walking the streets as well, wearing their fine attire, heading towards the opera, or you imagine heading towards the opera. And as you approach, you see there's a line of carriages with their passengers departing and heading up into the theater. The theater
As
itself.
we match up with them,
Yep.
all of the flowers on my crown are going to bloom at once
Ooh.
as we walk in.
Nice.
Ah.
Make a note that you have inspiration.
Alright.
Well, you have inspiration. Nice. Okay.
So as you approach the theater, it's a very opulent building. 8 kind of Roman column. We would call Roman columns. Obviously, Rome doesn't exist in this world, but 8 columns in front of it with stairs, massive stone stairs going up, and there is a red carpet laid out. You see everybody kind of filing up the carpet. You get to the door, and you hand the ticket taker your tickets. They motion over for an usher, and the usher leads you through, kind of up to the right to the balcony, or not the balcony area, but the little private boxes, and you enter into your box, and you see Orion. You recognize these people. You see Mert, who is your mutual friend that got you the tickets. He's a older human male, probably mid-60s, very heavy set, kind of bushy red hair and beard that's graying a bit. And then you see your patron Romalia, the old elven woman. So they're sitting in the seats. You see two others sitting in seats beside them, and then your open seats as well. As you enter in, Romalia stands up. Mert stands as well to turn to you. Those two other people stand. Romalia turns to you, Orion. Ah, my dearest Orion, such a pleasure to see you as always. Oh my, your dress is beautiful. This is an excellent choice.
You look dashing as well. You look very nice.
Thank you. And you remember our friend Mert, right?
Yes, hi Mert. How you doing?
And he reaches out to shake he grabs your hand to do the little kiss on your hand. Ah, Lady Orion, pleasure to meet you. Or pleasure to see you again, I should say.
Pleasure to see you again, Mert.
And who have you brought this evening?
I brought here my two dearest companions, Zin. Care to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Zen. I'm from around here. I kind of recognize your faces.
I can't say I recognize yours. Mert goes to shake your hand as well.
And this here, Sylvana.
Hi.
Mert, my patron.
And
I'm not from around here. I came with the carnival, but I'm just doing my own thing right now.
And Mert, he looks at you. He says, "Apologies, I have not met one of your kind before. What is the proper greeting with you? Do we shake hands?"
You can bow.
And he bows. And now that you've introduced your guests, Ryan, let me introduce mine. Victoria, Amalia, please stand. And the two other humans in there, they've already stood and turn around, and he introduces them. This is Lord Victoro and Lady Amalia Castellanter, some of the bankers from here in Waterdeep. And Victoro goes in and he kind of lightly grabs your hand, Orion. Doesn't kiss it because he doesn't know you. Goes to shake your hands in and then bows to you, Sylvana. And Lady Amalia just kind of does a curtsy to all three of you as well. Victoro, you see, is wearing kind of a garish, large gold amulet that looks like a rising sun. And he has a ruby-tipped cane that he's holding onto as well. Amalia is wearing a very ornate jeweled necklace in the shape of a butterfly. I will have one of you can decide amongst yourselves, one of you roll a religion check.
Who has high
I have nothing on it. Does anyone else?
I have +1.
religion? I have +2.
Okay, probably you then.
It's you, Vic. Or Orion.
A natural 20.
Oh, man.
Hey!
So you recognize that Victoro's amulet is a symbol of Lathander, the god of spring, birth, and renewal.
Ooh.
Oh.
After introductions are done, you kind of rearrange the seating so you can be sitting next to whoever you'd like to be sitting next to. And the lights lower and a hush falls over the crowd as the opera starts. The music starts to build, and I have a quick description of this. Nova, I know you don't have too much longer. Or about how much time do we have left for you?
I'm actually good. I
Yeah.
was able to reschedule.
Okay, so we'll at least be able to finish out this opera part. So the first part of the opera goes as this. Amidst a desolate landscape, Asmodeus, the supreme master of the nine hells, makes a bet with an angel that he can corrupt the soul of a truly good man. The sly devil chooses Marlowe, an elderly and wise alchemist, as the subject of his torment. Marlowe is working feverishly to save his dying village from the plague when Asmodeus, in the guise of an old and accomplished alchemist, offers to help him save his neighbors. Marlowe reluctantly accepts. He saves the village, but is branded an outcast for his dealings with evil. So that was the first part of the opera, and it gets to be the house lights come back up on its intermission. There's a private bar for these box seat sections that you all kind of go to, and you can order drinks, start mingling, that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna order whatever the fantasy. I'm gonna order a fantasy Long Island.
Nice.
You flutter over to the bar and kind of explain what it is that you're looking for, and the bartender there, very handsomely dressed tiefling with kind of light reddish skin. His horns are kind of tightly curled up by his forehead, and he's got some gold bells hanging off the tips of them. He serves you up. It's a close replica of what you described. Not exactly what you were looking for, but pretty
It'll
close.
do.
I'm gonna go to the bar and flirt with some kind of lady noble and have her get me a glass of champagne.
Roll. Let me see. What would it'd be more than just charisma? Let's see if there's any
Charisma or persuasion? Charisma, you said?
Yeah, persuasion. We'll go with persuasion. That way we'll
Okay.
get a little bonus to it. A 20. You're pretty successful in your endeavors. We'll leave it at that. You can decide how it goes. And Orion, as I will say, as you're going to get your drink, Ramalia's right there with you, and she starts talking to you. I understand you've joined this group and you've come into ownership of your own inn now. Is that true?
Yes, the name is still in the works, but
As
basically
all
got
great
invited
establishments are.
to buy this inn. I kind of roped into it on the promise that it could be a future stage for me, and just kind of seeing how it goes. I kind of had nothing to do this week, so feeling it.
Well, congratulations on that. I wish you the best in those endeavors. And as you said, you kind of had nothing going on this week. Victoro, who happens to be standing nearby, kind of comes into the conversation a little bit. Would you by chance you and your friends be looking for some work to try and earn some funds for this newly acquired property of yours?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'd have to talk with them a little bit before, but I'm sure they'd be interested since we are looking to renew this place. The place is kind of and then I kind of hushed down. It's kind of a shithole.
Yeah.
And it needs to be reworked a lot. The foundations. We just talked to one of the guilds, so yeah, it's gonna need a lot of work. So we'd be interested.
Well,
I'd be interested.
My wife
I'll
and
pitch
I
it.
may have an opportunity for you to earn a fair amount of coin to put towards that property.
How much coin?
It would be up to 1,000. Let me explain 1,000 gold. Let me explain what's going on. So, one of the businesses that we own is a jewel refiner. We work with some of the mining camps to the north to get their uncut gems, and then we process them into fine cut jewelry and sell them here in the city of Waterdeep.
Do you need us to go get the gems, or
Possibly. A shipment that was due in yesterday still has not been arrived, and some of the other shipments that we haven't seen or heard from that delivery at all. We would be interested in hiring some extra help to go look for this shipment. Like I said, we can offer up to 1,000 gold for for the whole shipment to be returned, and then prorated, of course, as to the amount that's returned. Should not all of it be recovered.
Just between you and me, I'm kind of a little low on funds, right? And I am gonna have to convince them arduously because they're kind of a tough group of people. Not convinced easily. Is it possible to raise it to, let's say, 1250?
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage. This guy is a master
That's a big
negotiator.
number.
Damn.
That's one. Just roll a second one because we're supposed to be with disadvantage.
Don't do this to me.
24 it is.
That's not how disadvantage works. It's an interesting.
How do I do it?
It
Was that fine?
That's
Yes?
fine. Yeah.
Roll twice? Okay.
So disadvantage is rolling twice, and you take the lower.
And then you take the lower one.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. That is an interesting proposition. I'd have to have a chat with my wife about it. How about we invite you to our manor tomorrow night so we can further discuss this?
Oh, first let me talk to my friends, if that's okay, to see if we're all comfortable going somewhere new and definitely not shady or mysterious at all.
You can always send a note later.
Okay, so I turn kind of to the side and I go, Zin. Zin is preoccupied, flirting, and I go, Sylvana, and I kind of like grab them.
Because I've been drinking.
Come.
Okay.
I'm like, get over here.
What is it? What?
Okay. So, certain uncut gem shipment was
Uncut gem.
taken, right, from this jewel refinery. And we're wanting, these lovely nobles are wanting to, have us retrieve it. We've got two options here. Number one, we take the gems. Number two, we give them their gems back, and in return we get about 1,000 gold. I tried to get them to give us 1250, but they said that they wanted to discuss it in their manor tomorrow, seeing if it's okay. Cool with you? Yeah.
Sounds like an adventure and maybe some shiny things. I'm in.
Okay.
I don't trust nobles, but I don't want you going there alone.
Well, option is to take the gems for ourselves. If we see how tomorrow goes, see if it's shady, see if it's normal. If it's shady, you know what we should do.
Yeah.
See how much the gems are actually worth.
Uncut gems aren't worth much.
Yeah.
It's
Also, who
all
would
in
you sell it?
the cutting and the setting and everything that makes them valuable.
Cool. Then we'll gauge it tomorrow. Are you guys comfortable with coming along?
Yeah. I do professional lapidary, so no, I'm just kidding. that's cutting gems. No, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
jiggy with it.
Okay, I turn to the nobles and I say, "Yep, they said it's okay. Where is your manor, and how do we get there?"
Wonderful, wonderful. And he gives you the address for where he is, and I'll notify our staff that you'll be there for, shall we say, dinner tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Does that work?
Works.
All right, we shall see you there. And
Aye,
as he's saying this, the lights do their dimming and raising to indicate that intermission is nearly over and to have you go back to your seats. So you grab whatever extra drinks you want, head back to your seats. Zin, whatever flirting you're doing with the nobles there, you either go back to your seat or you go somewhere else. That's up to you.
No, that's fine. I'll go back. I show off a necklace that I pilfered off of one of the ladies that were at Orion and Sylvana. And I just I wink at them and then I go sit down.
All right. So for the final act of the opera, here's how this goes. Asmodeus returns, reveals himself, and offers Marlowe an unnaturally long life full of power, success, and to be loved once again in exchange for his soul. An ambitious person, Marlowe surrenders his morals in order to escape his loneliness. He lives for several years in success and worldly comfort, knowing that it is for a limited term, at the end of which he will be eternally enslaved. As his debt is soon to be called, desperate, Marlowe offers Asmodeus anything in place of his soul. Asmodeus says that he will release him from their pact if he offers up one shy of 100 souls. After agonizing, Marlowe creates a batch of slow-working poison known as Midnight Tears and pours it into the village well. As the clock strikes midnight, every villager succumbs to the poison. Marlowe is irrevocably corrupted. When the term ends, Asmodeus carries him off to the 9th layer of hell, Nessus, not for their pact, but for Marlowe's evil deeds.
This play is getting a little too real.
Damn. They all drank the Kool-Aid.
And with the end of the opera, the house lights come back on. Ramalia goes to give Orion a hug and wish her well in her endeavors, and heads off with Mert. And then Victorio and Amalia stay behind a little bit to do some final chatting, confirm that you'll be there the following evening. And, may I ask, how many of you plan on attending? Is it you three, or is there more in your group?
We have 2 other people in our
Might
in
be
our little
5.
group,
Yeah.
but they're working on something else. We're not
Securely,
quite sure if they're
all 3 of us are going. If the other 2 want to come as well, then they'll be joining us. So you better prepare a big banquet, a big feast.
Only
for
the
5.
finest for Friends of Mert. And with that, we will leave it here for the evening. Now we've had some of the investigation done and the opera finished up with some
Good thing I wasn't there.
Woo!
Yes, so Shin may have some more knowledge. Zin, you do know the Castlanters are the kind of wealthiest banking family in the city. And Orion, you've heard their name as well. You haven't personally met them until tonight, but you do know that the Castellanter banks are the most prominent in the city. So they're legit wealthy. But yeah, that'll be it for this session. We will do the roundabout again so everybody can plug what they're doing. We'll start with Kev this time.
What's up, y'all? Kev, also known as Kill Every Venue. Do a lot of music, DJing, guitar stuff. Gonna have a show here in Austin, Texas on April 18th called Shonen Nights. So if you're in the area and want to party, stop on by.
Awesome. Weka, we'll go to you.
Hi, my name is Weka Sui. I'm a musician, an artist, a streamer, recently a YouTuber. I'm making about 3 YouTube videos a month, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and any support there is appreciated. I'm also a streamer. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I do music on most of those days, but recently I've been sick, but music is coming soon again because I am recovering. And that's about it. I play a lot of Baldur's Gate and Team Fortress 2. Thank you.
Fun. All right, Nova, to you.
Hi, I am Nova. I just moved, so I got to set up my stuff, but I'll be streaming in the near future. And that's about it that I do. Yeah. But nice to see. Thanks to everybody for joining us.
Vamp, when you're back in your seat,
Yeah.
you could go.
Yeah, I just want to pick up a thing. So I used to stream. I don't stream anymore, but I do make resin things. One of the things that I make are runes. These is a whole set of orange Norse runes. I'll pull one of them out there for you. So you
That's
can
cool.
see. But they're all individually colored, and I painted the lettering on them myself. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but yeah. If you'd like to see my stuff, you can check it out at misfitcreations.bigcartel.com.
Thank you very, very much. And Arthur, we'll have you finish it up.
Well, I started streaming not too long ago. I try to make consistent Sunday streams, and I got to stop in the middle of it because I got to go give my mother her medicine. But other than that, I do like a usual 4 or 5 hours of just usual gaming, and do some music sometimes. What I want to do is I have an old Mac Mini. Seem to have a better job doing things in GarageBand. So I want to try to find a way to bring that into the stream so that in the way that you've seen me, sometimes I'll do Mid-Journey because I do a lot of AI art, as you may know. So I go through the process on my stream sometimes where I start from a prompt and go all the way through Photoshop to do a finished product. And so I want to do something similar with making music. So I've done a lot of little.
That sounds really cool.
Oh, thanks. I've done a lot of tiny little recordings and stuff, just little snippets of sections of songs because I never seem to complete a real song. But I want to do the same process in GarageBand so that you can see what it's like to do that from beginning to end and just make that part of, hopefully that's entertaining. Same as when I do drawing and I'll sit down with a white piece of paper and draw something and have that be on the stream because got to find content somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
God, I have so many unfinished demos.
I think everybody is unfinished projects galore. And we do have Arthur to thank for the character art. His mastery with Midjourney is how we developed the artwork for these characters that have been on the slideshow going through. So thank you very much for that, Arthur. For me, I'm not always Alex. I'll be streaming again Tuesday nights, as usual, 6 p.m. Central. So I will see you then. For everybody watching, thank you for being here. For Maker Plays, one of my mods, thanks for doing those shout outs while you were here. I don't know how long you stuck around, but I appreciate that. And we will end the stream. I think we'll just end it because Weka, I think, is still streaming. Arthur, I don't know if you were going to be streaming, but we can just follow up in Discord on when we're going to be playing next.
We should play more often. This is so fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So schedules permit.
Thank you very much, everybody. I will end the stream here. And for all the players, I will just chat in Discord text. So bye, everybody. Bye.
Kitty, bye.